illuminating the city at night and brightening every corner in your house. Wellamp is the only company in Ghana manufacturing energy-saving bulbs with a vision of preserving energy in today's energy crisis.
Wellamp was set up with the genesis of the energy crisis in Ghana.
Producing over 3,000 light bulbs a day, Wellamp has become one of the most preferred choices of light bulbs in the Ghanaian market today. The parts needed to make the most efficient light bulbs in the market aren't actually made in Ghana. They are imported, and these boxes contains all the components ready to be assembled over a 12 simple yet very efficient production processes.
We pick the tube from the warehouse, we test them. After testing, you do the rolling. Rolling is where you put the ballast, the electronic ballast onto the tube, which is the engine of the energy saving knob. So you put it on the tube, and then from there you go to cap fixing. Put a cap onto it to make it a pitch complete, but it is not fully complete. It goes to the soldering section. You do the leading at the soldering section. Then you move to the nipping section, where the end cap is being put on the plastic to make it firm, which helps you when you're fixing the bulb, it doesn't come out. It holds it firmly, but it doesn't come out of it. From the nipping section, you go to the aging section, where I'm very particular about, because that tells me the lifespan of the bulb and how it can be able to withstand power fluctuation. In the aging machine, the lamps are supposed to be there for 1.5 hours to determine how long it can be able to withstand the power fluctuation. And as you know, sometimes in our country, Ghana, we have power fluctuations here and there. And with Wellamp, I can assure you, you don't have a problem with Wellamp.
Current factory capacity, we can produce in excellent volumes to satisfy almost any use of energy saving CFL bulbs. We have a range of 7 to 40 watts. Currently we carry variations in pin and screw. Usually when the raw materials come in, they come in component parts, wires, resistors, boards, ballast, and the glass. And then taken to the factory, tested, sorted out, and then it goes to the conveyor belt.
Testing, rolling, cap fixing, soldering, aging, printing, quality control, testing for true wattage, packaging, repairing, storage. It all begins with the testing of the lamps from the warehouse. This is to make sure that all the bulbs are working properly before they are put to the next process. Any broken or bad tube won't make it to the rolling section.
Section is the testing section, where you test the tube before you do the rolling. You first have to test the tube by the help of the device, and you make sure all the tubes are tested before you start the rolling.
The rolling section is where the tested tube meets the ballast. The roller puts the ballast on the plastic and then closes it with copper pin. Then the filament in the copper pin is pushed through a hole with an electric screwdriver. From here, the roller presses a green button to fix the ballast to the tube, making it ready for the cap to be fixed.
There is ballast and there is the tube. So, me joining the ballast on the tube, I have to put the ballast on the tube, take the electrical screwdriver, join the wires to the terminal.
Before the cap is fixed, the lamp is tested to make sure that it works perfectly. In producing the most efficient light bulb, you can't afford to take any chances. Everything is checked and double checked at every section before it proceeds. This is where the lamp picks up its form. The cap fixer pulls the fuse through the hole of the cap and then turns cap till it's fastened.
This is the bulb. and you have to test it first before cap. So this is the tester, and you have to test it first. And when you cap it, you have to know if it is being fixed on it first. And this shows you, and you have to fix on it. After that, then you have to test it again to see if it is working or not.
On to the next section, soldering. The solder man cuts off the fuse and then solders the fuse to the cap by using binder metal known as lead and soldering iron.
Thin lead, and this is soldering iron. So I have to make sure the thin lead is melted for that to be able to cover the hole here. See.
So this is the cap, this is the pin. We join all together like this, and you nip it here. This is the nipping machine. This one is a nipping machine, so it's good. When you try to do it like this, it can't come out, but because it's holding, when you are going to put it inside your room set, this place is tight. So that is why you always put the pin like this and nip it, and it tight like this.
The most important process of all, aging. This is where the lamp is tested and pushed to its limit. The aim is to determine if they can withstand power fluctuation.
The aging is the most important because if it's off or it's not part of my process, I might not be able to tell you its ability to withstand the power fluctuation, how long it can last in your house. That is what the aging machine does, and that's where it's most important in production.
The aging machine is designed with a mechanism to turn the lamps on and off within a set time interval. This half-an-hour electric mumble will determine how these lamps will perform when you put them in your lamp holders at home.
The main reason of doing the aging is that we want the bulb to mature, so that when you go to the market, it will not die like how the ones in the market are dying. Because it passed through this machine 1 hour, 30 minutes. And there is some element in the machine that heats the bulb to a very high temperature. So by so doing, when it goes to the market or people use it in their home, it will not die early.
Quality control is next. The controller checks that the specified wattage corresponds to what the lamp provides. Then they are packaged and ready for delivery.
I'm using this insert tab. I'll put it on it to support the bulb so that when you open it, it will not fall down.
As the bulb goes through all the processes, you come across some 40 ones. Okay. So they bring it here for repairs. And this is what I'm doing here. These are the 40 ones. Okay. You take it, you test it. Some it will light alright, but there will be problem. So what you do is you use the multi-tester meter, the digital one, and then test it and see where the fault is.
All lamps, which turns out to be faulty through the processes mentioned above, comes to the chamber to be repaired. Nothing goes to waste here. More when we return on Products 360.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually is to be the first indigenous company who is environmentally conscious to manufacture energy saving bulbs in the African South region. And with that, energy saving bulbs actually does not consume as much as the ordinary bulbs on the market. So with that, you don't really need much energy, or it doesn't draw a lot of wattages, like 100 watts. You can use as low as 7 watts, 9 watts, 15, 20 watts, and that's basically what we do.
We go into the testing labs of Ghana Standards Authority to find out if this lamp actually meets their standards. In the CFL lab at the Ghana Standards Authority, we go through a simple series of tests tailored to determine the efficacy and true wattage of the lamp supplied by Wellamp with the use of the state-of-the-art electronic testing machineries. An integrated sphere, the DC power supply, and the photometer. These three machines are what you need to certify the authenticity of light bulbs. Before the test begins, we need to check for error. After we are sure the machine is reading, we get started on testing the Wellamp bulbs.
Integrating sphere, because it is integrated to these meters. This panel contains power supply meters, because we have to supply with power, and then we should have a way of reading what is inside, so that we can read the parameters from this sphere through these meters, this calculated lamp, to see whether the machine is reading the value that you're giving, the value that you are expecting. If you close with this lamp and you are not getting the value, that means you have to recalibrate the whole setup. Or another way of checking the error is that if you get a lamp whose values you know that is accurate, maybe after testing you realize that that lamp, you got the correct lumens, you got the correct wattage, you can keep that lamp aside. So that anytime you are working, you can use that lamp, we call it a reference lamp. You can use that lamp to cross-check whether it's giving you the correct amount. So then you then just go about the measure. But one thing you want to make sure is that whether you are getting the right one. So this is what I'm doing now. I want to make sure whether the machine is reading accurately before we start the test.
First, the bulb is placed under the integrating sphere. It is then closed and turned on. When the light is on, the integrated sphere's job is to prevent lights from spilling out. Its white reflective diffuse coating is to spread the light evenly. In a simple term, it is a detector to optical power measurement. The data measurement is proceeding by the spectroradiometer or the photometer with the power supply by the DC power supply. After a period of time, the lamp is taken out and the data received is recorded according to the standard set by the board, and 90% of what is declared by Wellamp on the product label must be recorded in order to get them certified. Anything below that gets a red light. Now the result.
9 watts, it got 8 watts. The label claims 495 total light output. 40% is 446. We have 463. It goes even beyond the minimum. So the 9 watts is okay. The 15 watts, we have 14.5 watts. The total light output, they claim we are supposed to get 900. 10% of it, 90% of it is 810. We had 847. So this one to pass the minimum requirement. So the 15 watts is okay. Then the 20 watts. So 20, we had 18. Total light output 1,200. But we had 1,224. And then we had the efficacy 64. So this one, the total light output that was on the label is okay. It's all met the requirement that was needed.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The Ghana Standards Authority has been set up by law to ensure that we deal with only quality products. We examine products and get them tested, and then make sure that they conform to required standards. So if your product is substandard, then Ghana Standards Authority can never be your friend. Ghana Standards Authority will continue to support Product 360 because it stands for quality, it stands for safety, and it stands for protection of the environment. Again, these products are made in Ghana, and as locally produced products, we make sure they are certified and are also able to meet the requirements of standards that we have set for ourselves in this country. For this reason, all locally made products that meet the standards will be supported through this program.
Energy Commission, Ghana Standards Board, having approved our products. We've been in the system for the inception and we've been around since 2008, 2009. We have a sizable amount of clientele and customers who come pick it in bulk, and some are contractors, others are retail or wholesalers. So far the feedback we've had is impressive. We've had 1 or 2 complaints for their specific needs, which we've tried to solve. Basically, we are still in the compact fluorescent lamp energy saving manufacturing, and the response has been great.
We have so many energy bulbs on the market. Wellamp is very quality bulb. It lasts long and it's bright more than the one on the market. So you can see this one is an ordinary bulb that's been tested, and you can see the brightness. And let me test the Wellamp for you to see too. So you can see this is Wellamp and this one is the ordinary bulb on the market. So you can see the difference between, this one brights more than this one because this one is a Wellamp energy bulb. I recommend a Wellamp energy bulb for everybody in Ghana here to use.
The ballast factor of the product is less than 5, and the luminous efficacy is less than 50 lumens per watt, and the life expectancy itself is 8,000 hours. We guarantee our bulbs for a year or 8,000, whichever one comes first. And within the year of use, if it should fail, we are ready to replace with proof of purchase in that year. And I stand by it because I believe that our bulbs are made stronger to last longer. If you buy an ordinary bulb on the market, as compared to my bulb, the superior quality is like 3 times that of the ordinary ones on the market.
We came across Wellamp about 8 years ago. It was introduced to us by our contractors after the construction of this place. Wellamp is better than, I think, all the bulbs I've used so far. I'm still using Wellamp for this whole time because they are better than all the other lamps on the market. Because normally we have these bulbs on the market. You buy them, some even the same day. As you fix it, it just goes off. But Wellamp gives us 1 year warranty, and we've never returned any of their bulbs. They ask us to return them if we have challenges. But since we started using it, we never returned them.
We've been using Wellamp for the past 6 years ago. Yes, and I may say it's the best in town. Actually, if I'm using it, actually I don't have any problem with using lamps. But the ones that in town, some are not that best. What makes it well better than the other ones are the brightness. The price okay, and I mean it's okay for students. They don't compare a lot. If I fix them, bulbs are fit for them. They are happy. The ones that are in town, at times if I buy some, it doesn't keep long. Times roughly 2-3 months, and I'll start having problems.
This Apple View, I'm a maintenance manager. We have our bulbs here. The bulb that we use is Wellamp. They are very good. As you can see, these are the part of the bulb we use in our places. These are the other parts. A Wellamp is a very nice bulb. So I fixed by this one. At least it's more than 1 year now. I don't have any problem.
What makes Wellamp bulb unique is its ability to withstand power fluctuation, and then how its lifespan, because Wellamp bulbs have 8,000 hours lifespan, and it has a 1 year warranty. It comes with repairs and replacement as well.
Our goal is to have distributors in all 10 regions of Ghana. We welcome all distributors who would like to engage business with us. We would like to give value to the enterprises of, example, real estate, hotels, electrical contractors, to bring quality products and great value to the enterprises which they work for, and we are ready to work with them. We currently have our product in all branches of ShopRite, Upper Square in main Accra Business District, Cape Coast, Kaswa, Tamale. Wellamp bulbs are made stronger to last longer. It can withstand voltage fluctuations from 120 volts to 270, meaning that in this day and age of Ghana going through our energy crisis, on days when the lights starts blinking like disco lights, Wellamp can withstand such an experience, and that is the true test of my superior quality products.